Hey everyone, I'm Richard. In video 5 we successfully added a randomize button that instantly generates random character combinations, making the character creation process fun and interactive. Now in video 6, we're adding a name panel that allows players to give their characters a custom name, which will be displayed above the character's head. First, let's create the name panel. Open the main scene and inside the left container, create a new panel container and name it NamePanel. On the right side, scroll to the theme overrides, then styles, and right click to load our panel style that we created earlier. This will give it that consistent dark gray background, border, and inner spacing. Now, create a VBox container inside the name panel. Scroll down to theme overrides, then constants, and set the separation to 15. Create a label inside the VBox container and set its text to name. Change the horizontal align to center and set the font size to 25. Now, let's add the input field. Create a LineEdit inside the VBox container. Give it any text for now so we can see how it would look. We'll remove it once we're done with styling. Set its alignment to center. Give it a custom minimum size Y of 60 to make it nice and tall. In theme overrides, set the font color to a dark gray color, like 28, 28, 28. Set the font size to 25. Now let's style the background of the input field. Go to Styles, then Normal, and create a new style box flat with a white background color. Now we can remove the text from the LineEdit, and set the placeholder text to enter name so players know what to type. Let's organize our panels. Click on the name panel and move it to the first position in the left container so it appears at the top. Now click on the left container itself, and in theme overrides under constants, set the separation to 20. This gives us a bit more breathing room between all our panels. Right-click on the name panel and save it as a scene. We'll save it in the interface folder, inside a new name panel folder. Let's open that new scene. Then let's create a script for it. Define the class name as NamePanel, extending panel container. Then we'll create a custom signal called changed, which when emitted should send the name string that was entered. Let's get a reference to our LineEdit by using the onReady keyword and dragging the node into the code to get its corresponding path within the scene. In the ready function, we'll connect the LineEdit text change signal to onTextChange handler function. Now create an onTextChange function that takes a new text string and emits the change signal with it. Let's set up the visual display for the character's name. Save the script and open the player scene. Be sure to be in the 2D view. Then right-click on the player node and create a control node. Name it NameLabelControl. Reset its size to 0. You can see the control node appears in the center of the character. Let's position it above the character's head. Set the position Y to -20 and it should now be above the character. Now add a label as a child of NameLabelControl and name it NameLabel. Reset also its size to 0. Set the layout mode to anchors and set the anchors preset to center, so the label is centered within the control. Give it any text for now just like before, so we can see it. It is clearly a bit too big in comparison to the character, so let's adjust the font size. We'll go down one by one to find the right size. You can see that there is a point in which going down just makes it blurry and not really visible. That's because we're using a pixel font and it doesn't work well with two small sizes. So let's reset it back to 16, where it looked the best. Instead, let's scale it down. Click on the name control node and set its scale to 0.25. This makes the name display smaller and more appropriate for the character, without running into any of the previous issues. Now click on the name label, and in theme overrides go to styles. Then in normal, create a new style box flat. Set the background color to black, but in the alpha value, let's give it a value of 100, so it's a bit see-through. Set the content margins to 3 pixels on all sides, which gives us a nice spacing around the text. We can now delete the example text we added before, but when we do, we are left with a small rectangle, which is a background with the spacing. Let's change the visibility of the name label to hidden, so it only appears when we actually have a name to display. Now, let's add the functionality to the player script. We'll add an onReady variable for the name label, and we can drag it from the scene to get the path, or type it manually. Then, create a changeName function that takes a new name string. Inside, we'll set the label's text to the new name. And we'll set the label's visibility based on whether the name is empty or not. If the name is not empty, we show it. Otherwise, we hide it. Open the main scene and then the script. We need to get a reference to our name panel. Add an onReady variable for the name panel the same way we've been doing so far. In the ready function, let's connect the change signal from the name panel to a handler function. Now create a nameChange function that takes a character name string and calls the player's changeName function with it. Now let's test everything. Run the project. Now when you type in the name panel, you should see the character's name appear above their head in real time. If you clear the name field, the label will disappear, and when you type anything, it will appear again. We have successfully created a name system that allows players to customize their character's name and see it displayed above the character in real time. In video 7, we'll add player movement controls, allowing you to move your customized character around the screen using your keyboard. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.